So today we're talking Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the new one's gonna come out. I don't even know when now with all this COVID stuff. Where are we? Next year, probably. Is that what the timeline is?
I don't even know if they have an actual timeline yet.
Yeah.
But,
Just kind of playing it by ear, I guess. See what happens.
but things are really, the rumors are ramping up.
Big time.
There's all kinds of, I'm not sure if they're going to be cameos or actual big parts in this.
Yeah.
But the latest was possibly Willem Dafoe
Yeah.
joining the cast as the Green Goblin.
Yeah, and he was from the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. That set was from Sony. So, I mean, I liked him as the Green Goblin. He was crazy enough. I felt, like
Yeah, and he's a good enough actor.
Mhm.
He can, and if he does have to make some little changes that they want to make to have him fit in,
yeah.
he's very versatile, but he does a good job of his characters.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked him as a Green Goblin. I didn't like the suit that much, but
You could fix that.
yeah, they can do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
The way they're changing everything. But as an actor, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's top notch for sure. So what we do know that they signed on Alfred Molina, right, as Doc Ock, also from the Tobey Maguire universe, Spider-Man 2, right? And who else they got rolled in there?
Well, they still have everybody's rumored to be in as Tobey Maguire. They got
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
They got Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro.
Yeah,
Uh,
from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
yes.
Yeah. Um, well, because I was seeing Tom Holland was saying that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield wouldn't be in it.
Well,
He's bad for giving
Tom,
away.
Tom Holland is and
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo they're terrible
Yeah.
for spilling the beans.
Yeah.
So I think he's doing everything he can, whether it's lying and
Yeah.
he's just covering up. He's not going to tell us anything if he can help it
That's
and
right.
not slip up. It wouldn't surprise me maybe if Tobey Maguire didn't come back, maybe because there was rumor that he hadn't signed on the dotted line yet, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think we will see at least one of them back, and if I were a betting guy,
Yeah.
I would say they're both going to be back.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just too big of an opportunity to pass. So.
That's exactly it. And then the other rumor that's out there is Keanu Reeves as Kraven the Hunter.
Now that one I don't think is going to come to fruition.
I don't think so either.
Just because Kevin Feige has come out and said that basically
Yeah.
every Marvel franchise, every movie that's come out, they basically have offered him a part
Yeah.
because they want him.
Yeah.
But
He's sought after actor.
I don't think he will be in it, and if he ever does, I think if we do see him in any kind of part, I've always envisioned him as the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that he's got a good voice for it, eh?
I
Right?
think,
Yeah.
I think
I
he
like
would
that.
be. I think he'd be somewhere along
Norman Rad.
and then he can be CGI'd, and he
Yeah.
doesn't actually have to be in it because he's not getting any younger. He's
No,
mid-50s
that's true.
already.
That's true.
So
I mean, yeah, I would like to see him. Also, I mean, he could be a good bad guy too. I mean, like
he can play anything.
Play anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you bring him into a franchise like this, and he's a big name now,
Yeah.
you don't bring him in to play a small part.
No. So the only thing with Kraven the Hunter, that rumor, what I don't like is that Kraven the Hunter, if you look in the comics, he's a pretty muscular dude. And it's like, Keanu Reeves is kind of lean.
Yeah.
I don't think
I had always seen, and it's already, I think the years have gone by too far, but
Steven Skull.
no. You went on the other side of the weight scale there. Was it Harry Dean Morgan? Is that his name? From The Losers and
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I always envisioned him.
Oh yeah.
And he's the
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean.
Yeah,
sorry, Jeffrey
yeah.
Dean Morgan.
Oh yeah, he'd be a great Kraven the Hunter.
I always thought he would be a great part for that. They got him playing Bruce Wayne's dad in DC, and there's rumors he still might be in that.
Actually, now that you say that, he would be a great Kraven the Hunter.
I should be a casting director.
Yes, hire this guy.
Yeah, I think he'd be perfect for the part.
That's a good role. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So okay, so we know Matt Murdock, Daredevil, Charlie Cox. We've talked about this lots.
Yeah.
He's in it for sure. but here's the question: are we going to see him as Daredevil, or is he just going to be Matt Murdock, Peter Parker's lawyer?
Who cares? Like,
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
I don't
Yeah.
even care at this point. Like,
Yeah.
just they're introducing him as that character into this
Yeah.
world. I'll take whatever they give us, right? But if he is in this world as Daredevil, that's
Oh,
gonna be cool. And does he come back in the same suit? Is it the same?
But that suit was pretty awesome in the show, and
Yeah, they
that would
did a good job.
that would transfer to me in the movies, no problem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't see a
Oh,
problem.
I'd love to see him in it. Like I love Daredevil. He's a great character.
Yeah.
And you know the history between Daredevil and Spider-Man is long and fruitful. They've always been good buddies. So it only makes sense to me to have them interact.
And questioning as to who's going to actually show up in this series, one of the things that Tom Holland actually has come out and said and leaked out, he said that this is probably the most ambitious superhero movie that's ever been attempted.
Really?
So
Okay, so that's
I
I didn't read that,
they're,
but so,
they're going big on this, and Spider-Man is a huge franchise.
Wow.
Realistically, Spider-Man is one of the very, very biggest franchises,
yes.
if not the biggest.
Yeah. But that
And
was
so they're going big. They're going for a home run on this.
that was one of Stanley's favorite characters. You know, I mean, it's probably you think of Stanley, you think of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man has
Yeah.
been in our pop culture for
Oh.
how long?
Yeah,
And a main figure.
he's a great character. I mean, there's so many layers to him. You know, if you
Well,
think about
everybody can relate to him too, right?
Yeah.
And kids relate to him because he was a kid.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and I think the ultimate setup really is the Sinister Six, because if you so let's just say you have Doc Ock now, you have Electro, and then you have possibly Green Goblin with William Dafoe, and then on the other side of things, you already saw the Vulture.
Vulture's in with
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, and then you saw the Scorpion at the very end. Remember, he wasn't in costume. Matt Gargan.
Yeah.
He was he was the thug.
Wasn't the Rhino in there as well?
No. Well, in the old ones, like that Paul Giamatti. was
yeah,
playing.
and I don't.
I did not like that one.
No,
That was a terrible version of the Rhino.
Yeah.
I don't. Please don't bring.
So-
it. What if you don't bring him back? I do not like that one. It's terrible.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
So, do you think that they formed the Sinister Six from alternate versions, like alternate
Yeah.
realities?
Yeah. You
of
know,
these characters and bring them in, and
I was thinking about that, and I like that idea, because I mean, instead of these guys just showing up in this current universe, like just randomly all these guys show up. It's like, oh, we got all these bad guys in one flick. I don't like that. But if all of a sudden you have this multiverse, and you're like something happens and you're plucking guys out, like would be cool. I was thinking about this. It would be cool if you do a cut scene to say Green Goblin fighting Tobey Maguire in that original Spider-Man, and all of a sudden something sucks. So you get your cameo from Tobey Maguire and sucks Green Goblin out and rolls him right into
this other universe.
Tom Holland's universe. And he's like, what the heck just happened here?
And then all of a sudden you have him going, oh, well, there's two Spider-Men. I want to kill them both.
Yeah.
And then you have all these different villains
Yes.
realizing, yeah, we want to kill the Spider-Man. Well, which one? All of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I think it'd be kind of neat. I mean, but maybe the cameo point with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire is just that you see them fighting those villains and they get sucked out
Or maybe they get killed off.
on their that's an option.
Because you don't have to carry them forward, and you
No.
don't have to return them to their universe.
No, it's just
'Cause maybe there's no going back. Maybe
Yeah.
these characters are
Yeah.
here, and maybe they could get killed off. And I still think this is how they get around the problem with the cliffhanger at the end of Spider-Man 2, with J. Jonah Jameson saying that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, is it J. Jonah Jameson from that universe? I think he's from the alternate universe.
You think so?
I think he's.
You're pretty sold on that. I don't know if
I think he's from the alternate universe, and what's going to happen is they're going to go, well, we got him. We got Peter Parker, and he's going to go, well, that's not Peter Parker. This is Peter Parker. He might be looking at a different Peter Parker altogether.
So I was just thinking about this. Lots of thinking here. I'm saying, but what if? And that's a show that's going to be on.
Yes, coming your way soon.
Yes, MCU.
What if?
Yeah. The multiverse thing that happens, because we know Doctor Strange is making appearances in these movies, and then, what if Wanda has opened that little rift because of her craziness, and that's why you get your J. Jonah Jameson in this weird reality.
Well, I think that Wanda is causing this somehow.
Yeah, it's gotta be
but I
something
do
like that.
still think that these are alternate characters,
Yeah.
and they're interacting in this world, not realizing necessarily that they're in this world
Mhm.
yet. That they're like, okay, well, I'm J. Jonah Jameson, and I'm the editor of the Daily Bugle.
Who are you? But it's not
Like,
like
who the hell are you? What are you
Yeah.
doing in my spot?
Yeah.
Because things are going to be really messed up when
Yeah.
we start getting all these people from different universes.
Yeah.
Then they're going to eventually figure out, oh, I don't belong here, or
Yeah.
this person doesn't belong here.
Because we talked before about J. Jonah, like J. Jonah Jameson, like I can't. The actor striking me. What's his name there now? I can't remember. I don't know why. We're just on the spot. We can't even think about it. He being in the first series, he actually said he would.
Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. That's right. He said he was open to doing the role in Amazing Spider-Man as well. So he was willing to carry it all the way through.
But he wasn't in it.
But he wasn't in it. Yeah, and so then here he is, obviously in this last movie, and he's in it again. So I mean, there is also a possibility they just have him as the continuity for every world. You know, I mean that's
I thought of that too, because like when he first appeared too, it's like, oh, cool, they got the same guy to play him.
yeah,
But now that they're doing this storyline, I was like, this makes more sense if he actually doesn't belong there.
yeah.
He's
I mean,
the actual J. Jonah from that timeline.
yeah, and that's I mean, there's so many ways you could go. You know, is it Wanda switching things up? Is it just all the Avengers from going down the multiverse time splitting things and messing things up? You know, like maybe Cap didn't actually put things back in the proper order. I don't know. You know, he stayed back in an alternate timeline too, and did he mess things up by doing that? I don't know. There's all sorts of ways you could go with this. Really. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, I think it's gonna be a good movie, I think.
Yeah, and like we don't know enough. There's nothing really confirmed, so we
No.
don't know what exactly they're gonna do and who's gonna show up for sure yet. But it's gonna be big, and it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be epic.
But the question is, the one question I had was, is there going to be too many bad guys in it? Is there too many villains? Because we saw what happened in Spider-Man 3 when he had Venom, Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin, and Sandman.
Okay, we did see that, and they were all from one universe and from one studio doing a shitty version of the movie.
Yeah, true. Emo Peter Parker.
Has Kevin Feige and Marvel really given us a bad stinker yet?
No, that's the thing.
There's been some movies I didn't care for.
Yeah.
But has there been a stinker? Not really.
Yeah.
I think it's very ambitious. Yes, there's the possibility that just you're throwing too many ingredients into the mix.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna pull this off because
Yeah.
where they're going with it is just it's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be epic.
Yeah, well, if Tom Holland said it's supposed to be the most ambitious one out there, I mean, I sold me on that. That's all you got to tell me, and I'll watch it.
I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. So I guess from you guys, we want to know, what do you guys think? What do you think about Spider-Man? Where they're going? Too many villains? Not enough villains? They're working on Sinister Six, so we want to hear from you guys. Let us know. Drop some comments down there.